It's Week 12 of the National Football League. And we'll see the Colts' veteran linebacker. He put up numbers last week with a 9-tackle performance. It's the Colts and the Pats on Thursday night primetime.
These folks in the Circle City, they love their Colts, and they have packed the house tonight. Time to set the old turducken aside and get ready for football as here we go on a Thanksgiving night. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
After seeing what he did last week, throwing 4 touchdown passes, I had to go to my thesaurus to try and come up with some great words for what he did. I'm still coming up blank. He was scintillating.
I'm going simple. I don't have your thesaurus. I'm going dynamite. He was dynamite.
I'll take it.
A nice start to the drive, picking up 12 yards there and a very quick first down. So much for staying ahead of the chains with a 3 or 4 yard gain on first down. They move the chains with a nice little run.
Yeah, they're making the chain gang hustle a little bit to try and keep up, aren't they? Because a lot of the first series of games are scripted, many times to probe and find some holes in the defense. Sometimes you attack with some big-time runs, too.
Richards into the air on first down. Flushed out right. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Christian Barmore able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Whenever I see an in route dropped, as we just saw in that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
On third down, here's Richardson. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Pittman. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for fourth down. Here's Corey Bojorquez now. Back deep for New England is Marcus Jones. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Jones and the Pats now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Downfield and caught by Thornton. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A very solid gain of 27. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Throwing Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. So, Charles, you talk about this offense, how well they've played. I mean, the defense, too, really. But they're sitting at 10-0 now on the year. 4-0, 5-0, that's nice. But once you start hitting double digits with these wins and no losses, I think the seriousness of the situation, it just has to ramp up.
Yeah, and when you do say 10-0, it can't scare you as a team. Just think about it this way. For most of the touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Patriots will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. As a former DB, you might not like to see them, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of. Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Back out is the kicker, Ryland, and he'll send this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down.
18, right here.
Richardson off the play fake. On the move to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up second. Richardson working from the gun. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook.
Richardson under pressure, and down he goes. And that'll bring up fourth down on the big sack with a loss of 5. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Patriots take over. Now Jones. He finds his man complete. It's Strickland. And he will finally be escorted out of bounds down inside the 35. A big play there for New England. 42 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. You look at this Colt defense against the pass, just numbers that they haven't liked. Number 30 in the league right now.
You know, when actors get ready for a scene, they often ask the question, what's my motivation? But what's the motivation of this group? What's their mindset? What's the problem that they have? Will they create an identity?
Touchdown, Patriots. A great effort there. 32 yards. And the Patriots are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it's finished off by a Pats touchdown. Ryland now following the touchdown, back out to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Indy set to go on offense once more. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 14 carries, 77 yards.
Well, obviously, he didn't have a great deal of time between games, having to turn around on a short week and get ready for Thursday night football. But he said in pregame, he was feeling pretty good and felt more recovered from last week's contest than he would have expected. Didn't seem to think this short week was going to affect him much as he chases a big performance here in prime time.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Richardson, he's going to keep it running right. And he probably should have given that one off, as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Running straight ahead, Taylor able to avoid him at the 40. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. 3rd down and 1.
Alert! Alert! Unlock line! Go!
They'll try to run for the first with Taylor. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
That is caught. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th. And that's what you've got your tough little slot receiver for, isn't it? Right there, those 4th down conversions in the middle of the field.
He knows that's where he has to make his living, and that's where he has to...
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor with career touchdown number 60. And the Colts are back within a score. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So here are the Patriots to take over. They've got the lead yet again in this ball game, with their winning streak right now sitting at 10. Jones and the Pats now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Checking this down to Stevenson.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
He finds his man complete. It's Strickland fighting through, and he's got space. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
And this shot downfield on 2nd down is brought in. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
I'm seeing a lot of hands on hips in that secondary, and I suspect a lot of mumbling under their breath as well, because this defense has had no answer for the passing game here in the first half.
Jones out to the flat, and that's caught. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. They'll look to throw again. And this is incomplete.
So it looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Stonewalled on 2nd down. Now let's see what they can do on 3rd and goal from the 2. They'll run for it here with McAllister. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. A great play there. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Patriots have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And it's now 21-7. So after the field goal, Ryland back out as he'll send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Here comes Jonathan Taylor and his teammates.
At his current pace, sure looks well in line for a 1,000-yard season. But some of the older folks watching, they remember the 12-game seasons in the NFL. Probably say, man, it was a lot harder to do that back then.
Yeah, even the 14-game seasons. And, you know, when we talk to those veteran runners, some of those guys who wear gold jackets, right, and appear in Canton, they look at this and go, you know, it's kind of like going to school and taking 5 years to get your degree instead of just 4.
A victory lap. Well, they also used to walk uphill to school both ways.
In the snow.
In the snow.
Blizzards.
Milk was 5 cents. Hey, but he's having a great year, not to take anything away from him.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. They go to the ground again with Taylor.
He's got it to the 43 here.
Let's go.
2nd and 6.
Trap 60. Trap 60.
Richardson looking to throw.
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
They kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Richardson. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
And this defense definitely in his head there on 3rd down, and he's pretty fortunate. They didn't call him for grounding on this one. That was a good 10 feet over everyone's head.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot.
New England's offense set to go. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you've got that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The 2 big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27.
So with a yardage on that completion, he's now right at exactly 300 yards on the game.
And isn't that the magic number you get? All right, 300. That means it's going to go on a commemorative football to put on your...
There's Henry. Touchdown, Patriots.
Hunter Henry, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Patriots have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point by Ryland, up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Back out is the kicker, Ryland, and he'll send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Colts taking the field again. Running back Jonathan Taylor at center stage.
Now, the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball in his hands in open space. And just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with the run so far.
They'll find Everett there, complete.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
1st and 10, it's Richardson.
To the right side, complete to Taylor. 2 yards on the pickup there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. 2nd down and 8. There, Richardson back to throw it.
And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Back to the air with Richardson.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Here's Jones. 49-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Pats will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Completes it to Douglas.
And he'll be forced out of bounds on the other side of the field.
A big play there just before halftime. 45 yards. What a first half this has been offensively. I mean, defensively, what do you do when you're getting torched like this?
No, these receivers are absolutely wearing them out. So 2 thoughts come to mind. 1, get some oxygen. You fill up your lungs a little bit. And number 2, talk to your guys up front. You need a pass rush to help slow them down.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
Big plays are starting to become the trend here in this first half, and everything that they've tried has worked. And there's another example right there.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
On 2nd and goal, Jones. He's got it. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Touchdown! A great effort there as the first half is winding down.
And the Patriots will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Ryland, up and good.
And the route is on here in this first half.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we've reached halftime here on a Thanksgiving night as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime.
Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
Patriots offense heads back out there, and we get another look at Tyquan Thornton.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, after watching him ring the bell that many times and put the ball in the end zone throwing it, you had to figure they had to bring some type of pressure. They had to change things up on defense.
And able to get to him, put him on the ground, so maybe just something to throw him off a little bit.
Yeah, that had to feel a lot better for the defensive guys. They've been getting carved up in this one. To finally knock him on the ground and force an incompletion, that's got to be a sigh of relief. This defense could use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
Now Jones, off play action. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 16. That one goes for 29 yards on third down.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down, that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be second and a couple. Here Jones gets it out quickly, complete. Touchdown, Patriots! A great play there. His third touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season. And the Patriots take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half.
Let's go now. Alert! Alert! Unlock line! Hey! Hey!
Richardson to the air on first down. And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground, incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Warrior 70!
Now Richardson. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Pittman. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The quick slant, good for a first down, a gain of 12. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Matthew Judon in there to take him down. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And now another one thrown incomplete. Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
On the return is Jones. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. New England trying to get a place on offense. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I
have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 3. Now Corral. That's complete. Once again, it's Gesicki. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
Corral to throw once again. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
They'll run it with Elliott. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion, and defensively pure frustration. So the 4th down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10. And Corral will throw it. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That's a tough spot for a running back coming out of the backfield because you know he's got to look for the football, knowing full well he's got a man coming his way, full steam, and he broke that one up.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Meanwhile, Corral's throw taken in by Thornton. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. He got 29 yards that time.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big 3rd quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
Touchdown! Tyquan Thornton from 10 yards out. And the Patriots have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Ryland now following the touchdown, back out to kick it away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Indianapolis offense ready to go again. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
They go play action with Richardson. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Keon White able to record his 5th sack of the season. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Richardson looking to throw this. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Keon White, 2 plays in a row now that he has gotten in there for the sack, and it brings up 4th down. We are headed to the 4th here on Thanksgiving night. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Jones on the return.
It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. New England's offense set to go.
We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I enjoy. We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number 1 for what we've seen this season.
2 yards, good enough for a first. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Got his man. It's Thornton.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Up the middle they go with McAllister. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
The Patriots send out their punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over.
And just looking ahead, it would appear that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. They'll probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Richardson.
Under pressure, and down he goes.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, as bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 16.
Now it's Richardson.
And pressure coming, and they got it once again.
Keon White drops him again for the 2nd straight play, and it brings up 4th down.
The Colts send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here's Jones on the return. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
13 yards the tally on the return there.
And the Patriots will have great starting position as they take over 1st and 10.
Play action here. Corral.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
Off the play fake. Here's Corral. Out left and complete to Thornton.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
On the play fake, Corral.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns And it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. A handoff left, Elliott. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. So they went a little cautious there on 3rd and long.
And nothing wrong with that. Remember, they're playing with a lead right now. So getting a 1st down, yes, that would be great. But even more importantly, take care of the football. No turnovers, no big plays for the other team, and keep the clock moving.
Going for it on 4th down, Corral. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season. But in this one, where their defense has really struggled. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. 11 yards for number 11.
Here we go, check.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Bronco switch, Bronco, check, smash.
1st and 10, here's Richardson with it. Throw taken in by Taylor, left side. Now inside the 25, Jonathan Taylor. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Extra point splits the uprights as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And Marcus Jones going to elect to bring this one out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. And now out come the Patriots. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. They'll try and run some clock now with Elliott. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. A give running left, McAllister. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the 1st down. Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.